Please join me in welcoming the Spring 2015 candidates for graduation from the College of Education and Human Services, the College of Health Professions, and the College of Informatics. please join me in welcoming the platform party to the arena stage. Please rise for our national anthem, led by Brittany Berry, Caitlin Kelly, Calvin Horner, and Quentin Bonds, students in the Department of Music.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please welcome Ms. Sue Ott-Rollins, Provost and Executive Vice President for Academic Affairs, to the program.
Good afternoon. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to the 43rd Annual Commencement Ceremony at Northern Kentucky University. I'd like to start with a thank you to our vocal quartet for their wonderful rendition of our national anthem. Today, we honor and celebrate the class of 2015. You did it. Graduates, will you please stand and be recognized? Stand up. At this time, it is my great pleasure to introduce the distinguished members of the platform party. I will ask them to stand as I call their names and remain standing. Please hold your applause until all have been introduced. The members of the NKU Board of Regents, Chair Dennis Repenning, Vice Chair Elizabeth L. Thompson, Regent Stephen A. Meyer, Regent Richard A. Bainey, Regent Virginia G. Fox, Regent Brenda L. Wilson, Regent Terry L. Mann, Regent Jacqueline S. Emerine, and Regent John Jose. Also on the podium, Jeffrey S. Mearns, President of Northern Kentucky University. Susan Stokes, Commencement Speaker, representing the family of posthumous degree recipient Gary Webb. Frank Birkenhauer, President-elect Alumni Association. Karen Zerhusen-Kruer, Executive Director, NKU Foundation. Benjamin Ramito, our student speaker and representative of the class of 2015. And Dr. Stephen Weiss, President of Faculty Senate and Grand Marshal. The academic deans: Catherine Frank, Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences; Kevin Kirby, Dean of the College of Informatics; Rebecca Porterfield, Dean of the Hale U.S. College of Business; Cindy Reed, Dean of the College of Education and Human Services; Jeffrey Standen, Dean of the Salmon P. Chase College of Law; and Denise Robinson, Dean of the College of Health Professions. And I must add, before you applaud, to recognize Denise Robinson as having served for quite a number of years as Dean, and this will be her last commencement ceremony as Dean of the College of Health Professions. Thank you, Denise. Members of the President's executive team and others on the podium include Ken Botoff, Director of Athletics; Eric Gentry, Vice President for University Advancement; Catherine Hershedy, Executive Assistant to the President and Secretary to the Board of Regents; Sue Hodges-Moore, Senior Vice President for Institutional Effectiveness; Kenneth H. Ramey, Vice President for Administration and Finance; Kathleen Roberts, Senior Advisor for Inclusive Excellence; Sarah Sidebottom, Vice President for Legal Affairs and General Counsel; Kim Turner, Interim Vice President for Student Affairs; Kim Scranage, Vice President for Enrollment and Degree Management; Pat Moynihan, Vice Provost; Ryan Paget, Assistant Vice President for Student Success and Assessment; Danny Moore, Senior Associate Dean for Student Inclusiveness; and Arna Almquist, Associate Provost and Dean of the Libraries. The journey to graduation is filled with many people who make a difference in our lives. And many of these people are here with us today to help celebrate this momentous event. Let me first recognize the family members of our graduates. I know the class of 2015 will agree with me that they could not have possibly reached this point without your encouragement and support. Will all the parents, grandparents, spouses, partners, children, family members, please rise and be recognized. And all the friends and casual acquaintances. Thank you very much. Thank you. Next, I would like to recognize the faculty. I cannot stress enough the importance of our outstanding faculty. They daily demonstrate a deep dedication to helping our students achieve their goals. It is my pleasure to ask all members of the faculty to please stand and be recognized. Thank you.
Good afternoon. My name is Dennis Repenning, and I serve as the chair of the university's Board of Regents. I am here today to introduce Susan Webb Stokes, who will accept a posthumous degree on behalf of Gary Webb, to whom Susan was married for 14 years, raised a family, and who remained Gary's friend thereafter. Thank you for letting me share an extraordinary but bittersweet story this afternoon. Gary was a journalism student and a writer for The Northerner while he was here, and as you well know, The Northerner is the university's independent campus newspaper. When Gary was in his senior year, however, Gary wound up taking a full-time job with the Kentucky Post, and his degree took a backseat, one that he thought was only temporary. At that time, I happened to get to know Gary and Susan Webb as neighbors of mine in the Covington's Seminary Square neighborhood. It was hard not to like Gary. He had formidable communication skills and more than enough charm and confidence to fill a large room. In fact, maybe even fill a box store or perhaps an arena. But he also had a gift for getting people to talk and talk. And when people talk a lot, they often say things that they later regret. It is an uncontroverted fact in the world of journalism that Gary drove crazy every editor for whom he worked. Most editors believed that the only rules Gary ever followed were his own. And if he didn't like them, he'd just make up new ones. But how Gary Webb loved to write. Along with Tom Sheffey, a Post writer and a Chase Law grad, Gary wrote a long, dark, award-winning piece called The Coal Connection. It tied together the old Newport mob with the booming coal industry in eastern Kentucky, connecting hitmen, con artists, thieves, and grifters. Next up was The Cleveland Plain Dealer, where Gary wrote about a political slush fund controlled by the Chief Justice of the Ohio Supreme Court. It took that Chief Justice down. And later at the San Jose Mercury News, Gary teamed up with other reporters from the news to win a Pulitzer Prize stemming from coverage of a Northern California earthquake. But then came Dark Alliance. That was a story that Gary had worked on for virtually an entire year. The storyline was this: Nicaraguan drug traffickers sold cocaine to a major crack dealer in Los Angeles during the 1980s, and those drug profits were used to fund the Nicaraguan Contras. Gary wrote that the CIA had links to many of the players. When this groundbreaking story broke, Gary was the toast of the industry, but it wasn't to last. The New York Times questioned the accuracy of the story. So did the Washington Post. And the Los Angeles Times, it was a little bit miffed because it had been scooped in its own backyard for a part of the story, literally deployed a score of reporters to do one thing, and that was to discredit Gary's story. Ironically, in an internal document released very recently by the CIA, the agency in that document proudly took credit for arranging media pushback on Dark Alliance. Gary never recovered from that downward spiral. Over time, the media came to realize that the bones of Gary's story were sound, but it was too late, both professionally and personally. Gary's life was spinning out of control. He was clinically depressed. He was settling for writing jobs he was way overqualified for, and the good money was gone. Divorced, and then broke, and even worse, completely without hope. Someone who saw his world turned upside down, and it wasn't his fault. Gary died at age 49, and it was almost anticlimactic. For a single moment, Gary had touched the sky, but we celebrate Gary not for the big story, but for who he was. Clearly an imperfect hero, but a person whose search for truth was endless and fearless. Gary's family and friends are here because Gary had an uncompromising character and a big heart. And these are traits we would like to impart to every NKU grad here today. And that's why we loved Gary Webb. Last fall, Hollywood released a film called Kill the Messenger. It was a major motion picture that followed Gary's life from his first work on Dark Alliance to the very end of his life. NKU was fortunate to be able to host a regional screening of that film to share the story with our community. That screening also gave us a chance to be reacquainted with Susan Webb Stokes, Gary's former spouse. Susan was a consultant to the film, but more importantly, we learned once more how Sue and her children stood solidly behind Gary. We are pleased to introduce Susan Webb Stokes this afternoon. Will Susan Stokes and President Mearns please join me at the podium? We're ready. Susan Stokes, the faculty and Board of Regents of Northern Kentucky University have resolved to confer and do hereby confer on this 9th day of May in the year 2015 this posthumous degree of Bachelor of Arts in Journalism to Mr. Gary Webb. Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, my notes are in there.
Oh, they are? Oh, okay. Sorry about that. Good luck.
Okay. My notes got mixed in with Dennis's there. Well, thank you, Dennis, and thank you, Jeff Mearns. And the Webb family is here today. Joining me today to accept this journalism degree is my son, Ian, with his girlfriend, Rebecca, my son, Eric, my daughter, Christine, and my husband, Steve. We would all like to thank President Mearns and the Board of Regents for making this day possible. It's a privilege and an honor to be here today. Gary finished his college days in NKU in the spring of 1978. He was just shy of enough units to earn him his journalism degree, and he needed a full-time job because his parents were divorcing and both his mother and father were moving away. This led him to the Kentucky Post newsroom, where he convinced editor Vance Trimble to give him a chance as a reporter. Vance later described Gary as green as grass but eager as hell. He never held a journalism degree or held a coveted fellowship, but it did not take him long to move from daily to investigative reporting. This is where he felt most comfortable and where he did his finest work. Gary once wrote that before 1996, you wouldn't have found a more staunch defender of the newspaper industry. Kentucky Post editor Vance Trimble would mockingly call him Woodstein after the pair that broke the Watergate story. More than once, Vance accused him of neglecting his daily newspaper reporting duties because he was running around with his trench coat flapping in the breeze. But it all paid off when the Kentucky Post won its first National Journalism Award in a half a century. In 1980, the Post published a 17-part series on organized crime in the coal industry, and it was written by Gary and his colleague Tom Sheffey. And it won a first-place Investigative Reporters and Editors Award. From that point on, his editors allowed him to work almost exclusively as an investigative reporter. In summarizing his years before Dark Alliance, Gary once wrote, "In 17 years, nothing bad had happened to me. I was never forced or threatened with dismissal as long as I kept looking under rocks. I was winning awards, getting raises, lecturing college classes, appearing on TV shows, and judging journalism contests." After his 19-year career as an investigative reporter, Gary stated that it happened exactly as his journalism school professors had promised. And Gary had high expectations. He wrote stories that accused people in institutions of illegal and unethical activities, and the stories in the papers he worked for happily printed them. After these stories appeared, matters would improve, crooked politicians got voted out of office or were forcibly removed. Corrupt firms were exposed and fined, sweetheart deals were rescinded, grand juries were impaneled, indictments came down, grafters were bundled off to the big house. And taxpayers saved money. The public interest was served. He believed the system worked. He did not believe the system was steered by powerful special interests and corporations. He thought it encouraged enterprise and rewarded muckraking, until he wrote Dark Alliance. At that point, he said he realized that all those years of smooth sailing had not been because he was careful and diligent and good at his job. That wasn't it. In all those years, he had not written anything important enough to suppress. In 2003, at the School of Authentic Journalism in Mexico, while speaking to students there, he told them this: investigative reporting is being squeezed out of the picture intentionally, I think, because it tends to ruffle feathers. And good investigative reporting does ruffle feathers, and it draws lawsuits, and it gets newspapers in trouble. He left the students with this final perspective on the craft of journalism that day, and I would like to leave it with you. He said, authentic journalism is telling people something that the government does not want them to know. Journalists are revolutionaries, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. You have to fight to change the world. Thank you.
Our student speaker this afternoon is Mr. Benjamin Ramito. Ben is graduating today with a Bachelor of Science degree with majors in both computer information technology and mathematics. His strong interest in problem solving and puzzles led to the perfect combination of his two majors: web application development. After graduation, Ben will begin his full-time job with Great American Insurance Company's IT department, where he will be challenged to stay current on web-based technologies. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Benjamin Ramito to the podium.
Good afternoon, fellow graduates, faculty, administrators, platform guests, parents, family, and friends. I'm very honored and humbled to be speaking at graduation today. However, if you had asked me 5 years ago, when I was a freshman, if I would give this speech, I probably would have said no. But a few weeks ago, when I was approached, all I could think about was the shock that my parents would experience when they would see me sitting up here and have no idea why. So, surprise, Mom and Dad, and thank you for all the support and love that you have given me, despite all the deadlines that I just barely miss and all the practical jokes that I try to pull. So the shock factor wasn't the only reason I decided to speak today. I saw it as an opportunity to give back to the university that has molded me into the man that is standing before you. Northern Kentucky University is a young institution, but we have heart and are building traditions. If my last act as a student allows me to build upon that Norse legacy, then how could I say no? As I'm getting started, you might be thinking, what can this 23-year-old computer nerd tell you that you don't already know? And you might be right. What I can do, and what I hope to do, is share a message that unites the class of 2015 together in gratitude, celebration, and passion. I'd like everyone to take a minute to reflect on how you got to this moment right now. Remember the hard work, the late nights, the early mornings, the study sessions, the countless amounts of times that you found or couldn't find parking for class or meetings, the part-time or full-time job trying to get ahead of your student loans, the hours away from family and friends so that you could focus and eventually walk across this stage today. You have certainly made sacrifices for your education. You have earned this degree. But I think I speak for all of us when I say that we did not do it alone. Today is a special day for the graduates, but also for the support systems that have helped along the way. Look up and around at your family, friends, faculty, and staff who are here to celebrate with you, and thank them. Smile at them, wave at them, blow kisses, send them a text on their phone. I know everybody's got their phone under their gowns. My message of gratitude is this: remember to be thankful. We can't make it in this world alone, so remember to appreciate those who stand by you. Now my message on celebration. We have worked hard, our support systems have worked hard, and we deserve a break and some fun. After so many years of homework, just think, tonight when you go to bed, you don't have to do that Blackboard assignment that's due at 11:59 ever again. It's time to relax and recognize your accomplishments. So congratulations. Let it sink in. Class of 2015, we did it. And that is reason to celebrate. Lastly, I'd like to share a message of passion. Our journey through college has come to an end, but the rest of our lives are just beginning. What is going to get us through? To me, I think the answer is passion. We have found friends, interest, areas of study that have changed the way we think, and that have changed us from undecided freshmen to graduating seniors. My message on passion is to find some for something. Each of us might be passionate about something different, but if we give that one thing the best of us, I believe that is the only true way to live out the honor of receiving a degree today. Luckily enough for me now, my degrees in mathematics and computer information technology have led me to the field of web-based programming, where I crave new problems, new programs, and new challenges. My internship at Great American Insurance gave me the opportunity to develop a new passion, which I am fortunate enough to continue on after graduation. But your passion doesn't have to be your job or a career. It could be a hobby or a sport. It could be your family. It could be a natural talent. But find something to be passionate about, and that feeling will lead you forward. Class of 2015, it has been an honor to speak today and a privilege to be graduating from Northern Kentucky University with you. Thank you, congratulations, and find your passion.
Please welcome Mr. Frank Birkenauer, President-elect of the NKU Alumni Association.
Good afternoon. As President-elect of the NKU Alumni Board of Directors, I'd like to congratulate you on reaching this milestone and for seeing your dream through. As a fellow graduate of NKU, I know what it took to get to this point. I too can recall nights at Steele Library studying for exams, taking breaks in between classes with friends, and building unique relationships with the professors at NKU. For the past few years, you've seen inside NKU like the more than 70,000 before you. Today, you are welcome to the other side, and I would ask that you now stand with us as proud alumni of NKU. In fact, I'd like to take this moment to acknowledge those of you here today in the audience that are also graduates of Northern Kentucky University. Please stand along with the graduates today so we can give you some applause. Thank you. Each of you, whether you're graduating today or graduated many years ago, are part of the NKU Alumni Association, a group with a clear mission. We connect alumni with areas of interest, we celebrate the university and alumni successes, and lead through experience that further the interest of NKU and its alumni. This mission cannot be fulfilled without your passionate support. You may be thinking today that Now that you have completed your degree at NKU, you are finished. I too felt that way after each of my graduation ceremonies. I received my master's degree here at NKU as well. But something has always drawn me back to NKU, and my wish for all of you today is that you find that something that draws you back as well. It is easier than ever to stay connected to this university. You can attend athletic events, you can follow us on social media, or join us at one of the many alumni events we host each year. Each of you has a special story to share about your journey to get to NKU and even to get to this day. You have the power simply by association to continue to spread the great news about NKU to all that you will meet and influence as you walk out of this arena. You are the face of NKU. Again, my sincere congratulations to all of you, and go Norse. Thank you. Thank you.
The musical interlude, Snakes, will be performed by NKU's Jazz Ensemble under the direction of Mr. William Bryan Hogg. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Jeffrey S. Mearns, the president of Northern Kentucky University.
Thank you very much, and good afternoon, everyone. How about another big round of applause for our outstanding musical talent, our great students, and Brian Hogg. It's a privilege to serve as the president of Northern Kentucky University, and it's an honor to have an opportunity to say a few words here at these important commencement exercises. Although I must say that perhaps next year I'll speak before the musical talent. So I want to speak to our graduates. You, our graduates, are a tradition and continue a tradition of excellence that has characterized this university since its inception. In our 2 commencement ceremonies today, more than 1,600 students will receive a degree from Northern Kentucky University. And individually and collectively, as we know, you have worked hard and you have accomplished a great deal. All of us, your faculty, the staff, the Board of Regents, your family and your friends, all of us are very proud of you today. And as you heard from the provost, we have hundreds of distinguished faculty who are dedicated to your academic success and your personal well-being, and we're grateful that so many of our faculty are with us today to celebrate this important occasion. Now, a point of distinction for our university is the personal educational experience that our outstanding faculty provide to our students. And one exceptional way that our faculty provide that experience is by mentoring our students both inside and outside of the classroom. And now a great example of this student-faculty interaction can be found in the dynamic duo of Michelle Day, who is a lecturer here at Northern Kentucky University, and her outstanding student, Kevin Schultz. Kevin is graduating this afternoon with degrees in both journalism and English. Under Michelle's guidance and leadership, Kevin's work in the field of journalism has been recognized with distinguished honors by our university and by professional media organizations across the country. Along with a team that includes students from multiple disciplines within the College of Informatics, Kevin has helped transform our student newspaper, The Northerner, into one of the most technologically innovative student newspapers in the nation. And last year, these efforts earned The Northerner a prestigious nomination for the College Media Association's Pinnacle Award in the category of Best Multimedia News Story. Kevin's work was again recognized last summer when he spent 3 months interning for Scientific American in New York City, where he was one of only 23 students in the nation selected for this opportunity. When he learned he had landed this internship, Kevin says that he literally ran to Michelle's office where he broke the news and received a long hug from his professor, his mentor, and his friend, Michelle Day. Finally, just last week, Kevin earned NKU's Student Award for Outstanding Service. He received this honor because of his remarkable efforts and achievements inside and outside the classroom. Kevin, who arrived here as a first-generation college student, says this about his experience at our university. These are his words. If you have a dream, NKU will allow you to reach it. NKU is a place that levels the playing field. It doesn't matter whether you are the son of a successful congressman or the daughter of a single parent struggling to make ends meet. This university takes you as you are with open arms. The university has opened my eyes to see the world in a new way, and it has taken me from a small-town boy with a head full of dreams to a grown man whose dreams have become his living and breathing reality. This is just one. This is just one example of hundreds of transformative experiences that occur every day on our campus between our excellent students and our outstanding, dedicated faculty. And we also have dedicated staff. More than 1,000 dedicated staff also support and serve our students in their academic and personal pursuits. And I want to share just one example of one of our most dedicated staff members. For today marks the last official commencement ceremony for Vice President Ken Ramey. Ken has faithfully served our university for nearly 38 years as a staff member. Our campus is demonstrably better because of his contributions. Virtually every physical space on this campus has been positively impacted by Ken and his vision and his leadership. Ken started at this university as a student in 1971 and now ends his career beloved by our students. Ken recently was recognized by the Student Government Association for his service, and the Intra-Fraternity Council has now named their annual award after Ken Ramey. Throughout this time at our university, Ken Ramey has served with honor and with distinction. And so, Ken, thank you for your service. And like Ken and all of our faculty and staff, you are graduates. Our graduates represent the continuation of this tradition of service that truly permeates our institution. Our students, our faculty, our staff, they regularly and enthusiastically engage in many activities that serve our university, our community, our Commonwealth, and our country. At NKU, we value and encourage that service. And we also support and proudly and publicly recognize those men and those women who have served in our military. This past semester, more than 500 NKU students were United States veterans, and in order to enable their success, our university has a variety of special support services, including a Veterans Resource Station. The mission of this center is to provide services that increase the likelihood that veterans, student service members, and their family members will complete their educational goal. At this university, we feel a special obligation to serve these women and these men because they have courageously made great sacrifices to protect us and to serve our country. Today, in these two commencement exercises, 38 veterans are receiving a degree from NKU. And I ask those graduates who are military veterans to please stand so that we may recognize your service and your success. And I would also ask all of the men and women in the arena today who have served in the military, please stand so that we may recognize you as well. Thank you. And now to our graduates. For each of you, today marks an end and a beginning. It is the end of an important part of your formal education, but it is the beginning of the next phase of your life. Whether you embark on a new career, or whether you continue in your current occupation, or whether you choose to get other academic credentials, you will draw upon the knowledge that you have gained and the skills that you have developed here at our university. I am confident, and we are confident, that you are well prepared for the exciting and challenging opportunities that await you. And I want to give you just a few suggestions. You have pursued and obtained an education in order to advance your career and to provide for yourself and for your family. But no matter how you choose to earn a living, please remember to continue to serve your neighbors by volunteering with charitable organizations and civic associations. You will find that such service is very rewarding. Throughout your experience at our university, I hope that you have been challenged to exceed your own expectations. Do not settle for just being average. Commit yourself to excellence in everything that you do. But always remember that professional success and personal satisfaction require more than knowledge and talent. Be sincere and speak the truth. Model integrity and value integrity in others, because character matters. And so does heart. And what I mean is that within each one of you, there is some special motivation that brought you to our university and that brings you to this place at this special time. To arrive at this destination, you have overcome many obstacles, and there are going to be challenges and disappointments in the days to come. But never forget the dream that brings you here today. Whenever you feel discouraged, recall that personal aspiration. Summon your special dream. Pursue that dream with an unrelenting passion and with abiding courage. We believe in a better future, a world that is more just and that is more peaceful. But our faith in that brighter future is dependent upon you, upon your commitment. Our future rests in your capable hands. And then finally, on a personal note, please never forget to show your appreciation and your affection for your family and friends, and for all of the other people in your lives who have helped you become the talented women and men that you are. Honor their gifts to you and repay the debt that you owe to them by sharing your talents with other people who need you. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Thank you for permitting me to share this special day with you. I wish you all the best. Good luck. And so now let's get to the business at hand. Will all doctoral, master, specialist, baccalaureate, and associate candidates please rise? By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Commonwealth of Kentucky through the Board of Regents of Northern Kentucky University, I confer upon you the degree for which you have been recommended, and I now declare you a graduate of Northern Kentucky University. And bachelor and associate candidates, you can move your tassels from the right to the left. Please be seated, and we're going to begin.
Good afternoon. I am Cindy Reed, Dean of the College of Education and Human Services. Mr. President, Provost Rollins, and honored guests, I am honored to present the women and men who have successfully completed all requirements for their Doctor of Education degree in Educational Leadership. Completion of this degree serves as evidence of each graduate's commitment to rigorous learning and engaged leadership and service in our schools, agencies, and communities.
Receiving the Doctor of Education in Educational Leadership degree from the College of Education and Human Services are Susan Elizabeth Arnold. Claude Allen Berry IV. Rhonda Lynn Caldwell. Karen Denise Chesser. Jennifer Robin Filiatru Cochran. Jennifer Lee Cox. James G. Detweiler. Jennifer Lynn Dinan. Kim Victoria Galding. Catherine J. Hershedy. Ronald G. Livingood. Kristen Lee Lovett. Parrish Gerard Monk. Jason Timothy Mott. James R. Nyhoff. Anthony Blake Orr. Rebecca A. Salyers. Robert Scott Stafford. Ronald Anthony Strong. Jason Glenn Willis.
It is my honor to present the women and men who have successfully completed all requirements for their education specialist degrees and their master's degrees. Earning an education specialist degree is evidence of each graduate's commitment to professional growth and advanced study in order to better serve our schools, agencies, and communities. These candidates have successfully completed all requirements for the degrees for which they've been recommended by the faculty. The College of Education and Human Services also offers master's degrees, including the Master of Arts degrees in School Counseling, Teaching and Education, the Master of Science degree in Clinical Health, Mental Health Counseling, and the Master of Social Work degree. These candidates have successfully completed all requirements for the master's degrees, including commitment to their own professional growth and to their profession. The first master degree to be conferred today in the College of Education and Human Services is a posthumous degree to Ms. Brandy Fisher. Today she would have walked across the stage to receive her Master of Social Work degree. Brandy lost her 5-month battle with cancer in March 2015. Unfortunately, she was diagnosed after she began her master's in social work studies, but remained determined to continue with her cohort. When it was suggested that she take a leave of absence, she gracefully declined and continued her studies with a positive and optimistic attitude, determined to walk across the stage today, and her commitment was humbling. Brandy's colleagues in the master's program honored her memory by releasing purple balloons with messages celebrating her life during a ceremony on campus on March 20th. Brandy was an 11-year seasoned social worker when she applied to the Advanced Standing Master in Social Work program, but realized that in order to advance her career, she needed a master-level education to move forward with supervision and independent treatment opportunities. In her application to the program, she stated, and I quote, "This letter of intent can essentially be summed up in 3 words: motivation, determination, and aspiration." Successful completion of this program holds the key to my future, and the door is ready to be unlocked. I have made a faithful commitment to not only myself, but to this program, and my word I shall keep." End quote. We are so proud to be able to present Brandy's diploma and hood to her husband, Jesse, and other families who are with us today. God bless.
Receiving the Master of Arts in Education from the College of Education and Human Services are Jamie Bird, Jamie Marie Dawson, Kaylee Donna Kinman, Nicholas Allen Heineke, Rebecca Shane Heineke, Sarah Nykirk, receiving the Master of Arts in Teaching degree from the College of Education and Human Services are Lindsay Aaron Bray, Sally Dawn Stanfield, Sean Ford Victor, Thomas Patrick Walsh IV, receiving the Master of Arts in School Counseling degree in the College of Education and Human Services are Derek Wayne Alsip, Aaron Altenberger, Stephanie Renee Birkenhauer, Elizabeth Grace Conrad, Ryan Starnes Embry, Brandy Marissa Kekua Ellison, Kristen Nicole Lees, Johora Payada, Betty Ann Pennington, Jacqueline Walker St. Ange, Amber Stinson, Kara Nicole Thompson. Gabrielle Alexis Wubin. Receiving the Master of Science in Clinical Mental Health Counseling degree from the College of Education and Human Services are Valencia Dickerson. Jean Nicole Love. Caitlin I.B. McLeish. Nicole Renee Motley. Jared Peebles. Madeline Elizabeth Punch. Nicole M. Snyder. Receiving the Master of Social Work from the College of Education and Human Services are Antoinette Marie Heath. Cameron Gardner. Arlie L. Hammonds. Andrea Marie Reed. Christina Marie Kopp. Elizabeth Ashley Hayes. Mary Rose Leisring. Brianna Jamila McQueen. Sonia Murga. Anne Marie Petty. Megan Elizabeth Gerber. Hannah Elizabeth Powers. Jacqueline Riplogel. Caitlin Elizabeth Sheeran. Samantha Jo Snigowski. Georgie Georgiev. Shea Ashley Haddon. Jamie Hamlet. Anna Claire Johnson. Lucinda Annette Jones. Caitlin Joyce Klein. Rebecca Marie Rudowitz. Amy Elizabeth Steele. Thelma Wright. Amanda Marie Bryant. Margaret Mary Lingrich. Marissa Nicole Rossini Earls. Jessica Nicole Sproul. Daniel Thomas Burns. David K. Durr. Lori Beth Mangan. Iana Souza. Michael Adam Holly. Jamie Lynn Raby. Michelle Ray Cloyd. Jessica Ann Baldridge. Rachel Ann Heck. Sequinta Joy Love. Ira Sherelle Nixon. Laura Faye Perkins. Fonda Gail Reese. Rachel Elizabeth Smithson.
It is now my honor to present the women and men who have successfully completed all requirements for the bachelor degrees for which they've been recommended by the faculty. As a graduate of the College of Education and Human Services, these women and men engaged in a rigorous program of study that included many opportunities for applied learning. As such, they are well prepared to provide service and leadership in our schools, agencies, and communities.
Receiving bachelor's degrees from the College of Education and Human Services are Erica Page Abdon, summa cum laude. Bethany Anderson, magna cum laude. Caitlin Rose Anderson. Natasha Nicole Arias. Amanda Lauren Ballman. Angela Michelle Barger. Belinda Sue Barton, cum laude. Brandy Nicole Borgaminke, summa cum laude. Autumn Brooke Boswell. Megan Nicole Browning. Clarissa Ann Brucato, cum laude. Ashley Michelle Burst, cum laude. Gabrielle Christine Cardosi, summa cum laude. Caitlin Janae Conley. Jared R. Craig. Chelsea Nicole Drake. Ryan Austin Egan. Brittany Lane Eager. Edger? Eager. Mackenzie Michelle Elbert. Meredith Breon Ellis, summa cum laude. Haley Elizabeth Gascon. Taylor Ray Griffin, magna cum laude. Justin Anthony Grove. Melissa Renee Hedger, summa cum laude. Bryn Holman. Laura Janelle Hornback, cum laude. Brooke Michelle Hunt. Jenna E. Johnson, cum laude. Lydia Juanita Jones. Tyler Nelson Kiefer, University Honors Scholar. Jeffrey Roy Klein. Sarah Jade Knobloch. Christina M. Knuckles, summa cum laude. Lee Ann Kunath. Tori Marie Lay. Ross Philip Lair. Stephanie Ann Lucier, cum laude. Brett Matthew McCardle, magna cum laude. Heather Margaret McCormick. Elizabeth Ann McDavid. Teresa Beth Miller, cum laude. Emily Christine Murrenty, summa cum laude. Jacob Brian Niederreger, cum laude. Lena Marie Parsons, magna cum laude. Sarah Elizabeth Pellegrini. Ashley Nicole Richardson. Jamie Nicole Roberts. Mason Michael Sander. Mary Elizabeth Savick, magna cum laude. Savchik. Daniel Joseph Schultz. Tasha Louise Shin, summa cum laude. Amy Christine Sheardon, summa cum laude. Adam Nicholas Spilly, magna cum laude. Megan Caroline Stickney, cum laude. Michelle Ray Stoll. Suzanne Michelle Strawn, summa cum laude. Clay Thomas Tyler, magna cum laude. Abby Nicole Volpenheim, summa cum laude. Allison Nicole Walth, cum laude. Shia Zoe, cum laude. Kevin Eugene Zugelter, magna cum laude. Jalen Christopher Bradley. Matthew Robert Allen. Claudia Grace Bryant, cum laude. Is it Lee? Allison Lee Connor, cum laude. Christian Andrew Cox, magna cum laude. Elizabeth Jeanette Cox. Ryan J. Insweiler. Jessica Marie Foote. Sansira K. Freeman. Jessica Aaron Fulmer. Kirsten Monica Ham, magna cum laude. Tanner Lawton Harned, magna cum laude. Amanda May Hine. Joshua James Horner. Rachel Christine Jenkins. Jessica McClellan, magna cum laude. Brian Christopher Morton. Tyler W. Mullins. Abigail Christian Potts, cum laude. Mary Mariah Ramirez. Allison Lee Rourke. Sophie Rost. Gabriella, right? Santiago. Gabriella Marie Santiago Trinidad, cum laude. Lindsay N. Scheidler. Brittany Marie Siegel. Taylor Christine Steckman. Melissa Lee Tatum. Kelsey Ray Taylor. Patrick Allen Weber. Andrew Michael Wolfer. Zuber, right? Taylor Elise Zuber, cum laude. Receiving the Bachelor of Amina Abu Ramilla. Receiving the Bachelor of Social Work from the College of Education and Human Services are Amina Abu Ramilla, cum laude. Felicia Sharon Gale Albury, magna cum laude. Melinda K. Alfarano, cum laude. Rebecca S. Allen. Sheridan Page Allen. Baird. Jamie Margaret Baird. Kara Nicole Berry, summa cum laude. Casey Alexa Chestnut, summa cum laude. Ashley Elizabeth Clay. Aries Ariante Coleman. Jamie Ann Crowder. Cayman Ashley Cuquiera, magna cum laude. Lori Beth Daly, magna cum laude. Joanna Janelle Davis, cum laude. Kiara Shari DeWeaver. Rachel Ann Donahue, cum laude. Leanne Elizabeth Duty, cum laude. Nathan Carr Elliott, magna cum laude. Tiffany Lynn Hanson. Tiffany Marie Harris. Morgan Elizabeth Hay. Tasha Marie Heisel. Victoria Lynn House, cum laude. Koya Natish Jackson. Jessica Jones, magna cum laude. Keith Douglas Jones, magna cum laude. Tara Whitney Jones. Sydney Lynn Natmeyer. Jenna Marie Leisure. Natalie Joy Marsman, cum laude. Kelly Michelle Martin, cum laude. Vernon Webster McNeil, Jr. Cecilia Ann Moore, cum laude. Ronald Frederick Mosby, Jr. Tina Marie Mosley, magna cum laude. Kathy Lou Peace, magna cum laude. Stephanie Lavone Ponder, cum laude. Sarah Renee Rombold, magna cum laude. Casey Elise Samples. Mamadou Sane. Alicia Marie Schoborg, cum laude. Megan Lynn Seibert, cum laude. Keziah Danae Slaughter. Melina Beth Thomas, magna cum laude. Keyston Rose Tilford. Ashley Marie Yockey. Mary Teresa Zupan, cum laude.
Finally, it is my pleasure and privilege to present the students who have successfully completed all requirements for the certificate from the supported higher education project for which they have been recommended.
Alexandra Elizabeth Bonar.
Good afternoon. I'm Denise Robinson, Dean of the College of Health Professions. Mr. President, I'm honored to present the women of the Doctorate of Nursing Practice program who have successfully completed all requirements for the degree. This degree prepares future nursing leaders with a focus on practice that is innovative and evidence-based. The graduates are to be celebrated for their devotion to their studies and completion of the rigorous requirements for this degree.
Receiving the Doctorate of Nursing Practice degree from the College of Health Professions are Sandra Renee Farmer, Barbara Jill Zeke Henry, Teresa Lynn Millwater, Mary Megan Vasseur,
Mr. President, I'm honored to present the women and the men who have successfully completed all requirements for the Master of Science in Nursing. The MSN degree offers majors in nursing administration, nursing education, nursing informatics, and advanced nursing care as a nurse practitioner. The MSN graduates lead change, promote health, and elevate care in various roles and settings based on their specialties.
receiving the Master of Science in Nursing degree from the College of Health Professions are Patricia Cantu Adams, Stacy Camille Benton, Tabitha Lynn Biddle, Nicole Lackey Burchett, Tricia Renee Candelot, Rhonda L. Cooper, Allison Kress, Charlotte Patricia Ellis, Jennifer Christine Hoskester, Emily Hoffman, Matthew Karras, Azib Lima, Elizabeth Ann Mason, Dinah Jane Meister, Jody Stanforth Moots, Heather Morton, Holly K. Nicolau, Sarah Ann Peterson, Emily Ann Poling, Amy Roosh, Tara Ross, Carrie Nicole Sowers, Maureen Ann Switzer, Amanda Christine Watt,
Mr. President, I'm honored to present the women and men who have successfully completed all requirements for the associate degrees in radiologic technology and respiratory care and the Bachelor of Science degrees in health science and in nursing for which they have been recommended by the faculty.
Receiving bachelor's degrees from the College of Health Professions are Marla Robin Dyer Morris, Amber D. Henning. Kelly Marie Nolan, cum laude. Frances Marie Roberts. Tina Marie Thompson. Greta May Westmeyer, cum laude. Susan Mary Witzker, magna cum laude. Gail Ann Whitty, magna cum laude. Kylie Ray Bates, summa cum laude. Lindsay Kathleen Bellman. Erica Ray Blau, summa cum laude. Erin Lynn Bowman. Ashley P. Briggs. Tori Naomi Carson, cum laude. Alexander Marie Cadell, cum laude. Kelsey Noel Curry, cum laude. Hillary Ann Deason. Megan M. Foster. Jessica Renee Germany. Brendan Mark Growy, magna cum laude. Amber Lee Harrison. Courtney Brianne Howell. Danielle Blair Hughes. Amanda Michelle Kaufman, magna cum laude. Stephanie Marie King. Sarah Paige Kirby, magna cum laude. Jill Cook, summa cum laude. Elizabeth Ann Lackey, cum laude. Grace Marie Leposki, cum laude. Emily Ann Lugers, cum laude. Michael Lincoln McGarrigle, magna cum laude. Taylor Ann Melton, cum laude and University Honors Scholar. Sean Thomas Malloy, magna cum laude. Caitlin Elizabeth Northcutt. Catherine Elizabeth Page, magna cum laude. Christine Renee Pierce, cum laude. Jennifer Lynn Reednor. Laura Catherine Renish, summa cum laude. Katie Dolores Rakovich. Justin Matthew Ruberg, magna cum laude. Lindsay K. Shank, cum laude. Abigail Michelle Scher, magna cum laude and University Honors Scholar. Molly S. Slusher, cum laude. Ashley Rose St. John, summa cum laude. Caitlin Marie Sutton. Haley Marie Sweeney. Trisha Lynn Taylor, cum laude. Zachary P. Thomas, cum laude and University Honors Scholar. Sarah N. Triplett, cum laude. Mary Alexandra von Lehman, summa cum laude and University Honors Scholar. Shonda Nicole Walk, summa cum laude. Stephanie Pike Weisgerber, cum laude. Megan Marie Rogan. And receiving associate's degrees from the College of Health Professions are Scott Brackett, Molly Kaylee Brausch, Lindsay Marie Brossert with distinction, Lauren Gray Berman, Brittany Danielle Cole with distinction, Kelsey Coots, Chelsea Nicole Driehaus with distinction, Katie Lynn Fields, Chelsea Magdalene Garman with distinction, Sean Gilland, Amber Renee Hamlin, Felicia Dawn Henry, Achu Kumi, Corey Marie Crumpelman with high distinction, Sean N. Labarge, Crystal M. Lozier, Connor Lyle, Daniel Lyle, Mary Gill Ann McGuire, Thomas Woodrow Paget III, Erin Michelle Reckton, Sarah Elizabeth Ruhlman, Hannah Marie Scudder, Amberly Page Smith with distinction, Angela R. Smith, Ashley Nicole Smith, Douglas Edward Smith, Alishu Spivey, Taryn Elizabeth Sutton, Erin Colleen Vopel, Allison Marie Volpenheim,
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Kevin Kirby, Dean of the College of Informatics. The College of Informatics offers 5 graduate degrees: a Master of Arts in Communication, Master of Science degrees in Business Informatics, Computer Information Technology, Computer Science, and Health Informatics. Mr. President, it is a pleasure and a privilege to present the women and men who have successfully completed all the requirements for the master's degrees for which they have been recommended by the faculty.
Receiving the Masters of Arts in Communication degree from the College of Informatics are Patrick Flynn Ashley, Taylor Jewel Harris, Andrew Montgomery, Amanda Elaine Owen, Receiving the Master of Science in Business Informatics degree from the College of Informatics are Kirti Agrawal, Brian Leo Baldini, David Asher Bowling, Dolores Ann Dayjone. Alex Edward Hayden. Brian Miller Jensen. Eitoyo Eric Okorodudu. Arathi Raman. Angela Gail Shepard. Maria Vosakova. Nikita Dmitrievich Zirkin. Receiving the Master of Science in Computer Information Technology degree from the College of Informatics are John J. Dennison. John H.O. Lagawa.
John.
Andrew James Livingston. Utkarsh Saxena. Anita Singh Suheg. Adam William Troschner. Rukmani Vijayakumar. Christopher James Fortcamp. Receiving the Master of Science in Computer Science degree from the College of Informatics are Michael Lane Clark, Jr. Nick Meyer. Kirti Supra. Stan Utevsky. Lenny Flagg. Okay. Lenny Flagg. Receiving the Master of Science in Health Informatics degree from the College of Informatics are Ruth Nduda Ellis. Tommy Michelle Grotjen. Jia Lee. Liana J. Melvin. Hiral Patel. Tiantian Wang.
College of Informatics offers 10 bachelor's degrees centered on the areas of communication, computation, and information. Mr. President, it is a pleasure and a privilege to present the women and men who have successfully completed all requirements for the bachelor's degrees for which they have been recommended by the faculty.
Receiving bachelor degrees from the College of Informatics are Christina Valentine Abramovich, Auger. Stephen Galvin Auger, Taylor Kathleen Barger, Christopher John Bartlett, Bethany Jewel Bartmus, Jennifer Lauren Beck, Nicholas Castile Vera, Kiana Marjan Berry, Henry Forrest Bischoff, Erica Jean Brady, summa cum laude, Chelsea Miranda Broderick, cum laude, Stephen Ryan Brugge, Emily Lee Buford, Whitney Joy Buress, Camilla Burrows, Amanda Lee Kane, Christian Capri Campbell, magna cum laude, Dom Seitz Capizzi, Kelsey Britt Carlin, Seth Andrew Chappie, Matthew Clark, Derek William Michael Cook, magna cum laude, Krista Raylyn Curry, cum laude, University Honor Scholar, Andrea Marie Daniel, Terrence L. Daniels, Sadie Martina Deaton, Roland Chase de Blasio, Rachel K. Dixon, Skylar Darris Duckworth, Ashley Morgan Duggar, summa cum laude, University Honor Scholar, Caitlin Elizabeth Ellis, Michelle Nicole Erickson, magna cum laude, Claire Marie Field, summa cum laude, University Honor Scholar, Ryan Scott Finfrock, Allison Lee Foster, Dana Marissa Foster, Eric Saul Fuentes, Deanna R. Ganya, Hillary Dean Gentry, cum laude, Stephen H. Graves, Jr., Brittany O'Neill Hamilton, Kimberly Jane Hausfeld, Kyle Anthony Holton, Victoria Opal House, Julian Jared Jordan, Broderick Barr Kenny, Jordan Rochelle Kinsner, Andrew P. Clear, magna cum laude, Jacob Andrew Neven, Christine Ann Kruer, Stephanie Page Lanter, Chad Emerson Lawrence, Jeffrey Allen Lowry, Marcus Allen Leary. Chelsea Nicole Loneman. Melissa Dawn Lucas. Jennifer Megan Marks, summa cum laude. Lauren Elizabeth McDaniel, cum laude. Thomas Sean McMurray, cum laude. Lauren Elizabeth Moore. Mauricio Alonso Moreno Cueva. Joshua Moretti. Nicole Jordan Mulkey. Erin Kamakana Okapui Nani Mullins, magna cum laude. Sarah Faith Napier. Wyatt Daniel Nolan, cum laude. May Ogata, magna cum laude. Hunter Suoshi Oka. Rashad Darrell Webb Palmer. Hey. Emily Renee Patterson. Matthew D. Pierce. Karen Marie Plunkett. Samantha Jordan Pruitt, cum laude. Michael W. Pugh. Margaret Probasco Pun, summa cum laude. Morgan Elise Reinert. Kyle William Rhodes. Amanda Russell. Richard Sherwood Rogers III. Leanne Renee Schmoll. Allison Elizabeth Schoening. Kevin Edward Schultz, magna cum laude, University Honors Scholar. Kayla Marie Scott. Stephanie Lynn Sider. Madeline Irene Sellett, cum laude. Tammy Smithers. Charles Hubert Spinlaw, Jr. Dustin Scott Stevenson. Anne Marie Thompson. Kelly Jo Trumbo. Amanda Lee Walters. Joseph Brant Webb. Alexander James Weber. Eric James Weichert. Alan Wink. Megan N. Wiles. Derek Michael White. Sarah Michelle Woods. Arnella Zekic. Abdulaziz Saud Al-Bashir. Omar Fahad Al-Fahadi. Hadi Khalaf Al-Motayri. Nasser Abdullah Al-Abudi Sr. Khaled Abdullah Al-Qurashi, cum laude. Abdullah Rahman Awad Al-Radadi. Khalid Asuwayel. Judson August. Trevor Allen Baker. Taylor Seth Beiser. Ryan Botts. Yulia S. Bowie. Allison Connor. Robert Allen Crawford. Aaron Michael DeCibio. Kenneth Allen Eichenhorst, cum laude. Jamie Lynn Endress, magna cum laude. Lee Elliott Epling, University Honors Scholar. Dallin Dakota Foley. Alan Fawn. Luke Christopher Freihofer. Tamara Gross, cum laude. Lauren Alyssa Hatfield, summa cum laude. Lendon Keith Hensley II, summa cum laude. Brian Daniel Hill, cum laude. Matthew Kyle Holbrook, cum laude. Christopher Ryan Holman. Trey Anthony Hope. Cody Lee Colley. Cass. Christopher Cass, cum laude. Carrie Karina Kidd. Alexander Shapley Kepke. Justin E. Krozik, cum laude. Mariah Maines. Olga Nikolaevna Manilova. Brett David Marks. Jacob Matresha, cum laude. Calvin Wartman McLean, cum laude. Christopher Wayne Michaels, cum laude. Kyle Andrew Murphy. Amanda Marie Nienaber. Mark E. Oliverio, cum laude. Benjamin Caleb Audie. Supapan Pinyatanabat. Heidi Rink. Jared Allen Russell. Tara Sander, cum laude. William Joseph Scanlon. Alexander William Sears, cum laude. Yep, I can. Benjamin Joseph Romito, cum laude. Wesley Aaron Stafford. Spencer Douglas Taylor. Thielen. Kevin Michael Thielen. Paula Thompson. James Trey Tolbert, magna cum laude. Gregory Scott Vissing. Glenn Philip Wernersbach, cum laude. Trent Barry Wilson, cum laude. Shriver Edward Withrow. Zachary Edward Wong, cum laude. F.A. Kele Zuregbe. Kelsey Marie Zwergel. Pineda.
Once more, let's congratulate the 2015 NKU graduates. I would ask you all now to please rise and join in the singing of the alma mater. The words of the alma mater are printed on the outside back cover of your program.
Northern, let your vision lead us, hearts of women, men, and youth. Help us seek the higher virtues, guide us to the greater truth. Northern, Northern, alma mater, may our lives enrich your name, and in time leave us your children, better far than when we came.
That concludes our commencement ceremony. Please remain standing while the platform party and graduates leave the hall. Graduates, to ensure a safe and orderly exit after the recessional, we ask that you meet up with your family and guests promptly outside the arena. Thank you all for coming, and once again, on behalf of the Board of Regents, the administration, and the faculty, I congratulate each of the class of 2015 and wish you the best of continued success.